Imagine you're a farmer way back in ancient times. The sun is warm on your back. The soil is rich beneath your feet. You've worked hard all year, tending your crops, raising your animals, and now the harvest is here. Your barns are filling up, and there's a sense of relief, of abundance. Now God comes along with a simple but profound idea. In Leviticus 27:30, he says, "A tenth of the produce of the land, whether grain from the soil or fruit from the trees, belongs to the Lord. It is holy to the Lord." This was the tithe, the first tenth. Before you calculate your profits, before you set aside for your family, 1/10 of everything, the grain, the fruit, the livestock, was set apart for God. It wasn't a tax. It wasn't a bill. Think of it more like a principle, a way of life. It was about acknowledging where it all came from in the first place. It was a tangible way of saying, "God, I trust you. I'm grateful for what you've given me, and I'm honoring you with the very first and best part of it." This tenth didn't just disappear. It supported the Levites, the priests who served in the temple, who had no land of their own. It was a system of gratitude that flowed back into the community, taking care of those who cared for the spiritual heart of the nation. Fast forward a few hundred years, the prophet Malachi arrives on the scene. Things have changed. The people are struggling. There's drought, there's scarcity, and there's a sense of spiritual disconnect. The barns are not as full. The joy is gone. And God speaks through Malachi, asking a piercing question: will a man rob God? The people are confused. How are we robbing you? And God answers in Malachi 3:10, in tithes and offerings. They had stopped bringing the tenth. In their fear and scarcity, they held on tightly to everything they had. They forgot the principle of trust. They forgot to honor God first. But then God offers not a command, but a challenge, a promise. He says, "Bring the full tithe into the storehouse and test me in this." It's one of the only times in the Bible where God says, "Go ahead, test me." Test me, he says, "and see if I will not throw open the floodgates of heaven and pour out so much blessing that there will not be room enough to store it." This wasn't just about getting rich. It was about restoration, restoring the relationship of trust. God was saying, "Show me you trust me again, and I will show you my faithfulness. I will open up the heavens and pour out a blessing that isn't just about crops and rain, but about a renewed connection with me." He was inviting them back into that relationship of gratitude and trust. He was reminding them that he is the source of all good things. So what does this ancient story mean for us today? We don't live in an agricultural society. We don't have a temple with priests in the same way. But the principle of the tenth still speaks. It's a principle of the heart. It's about asking ourselves, what are we putting first in our lives? Is it our careers, our worries, our own plans? Or are we setting aside the first and best for God? This tenth could be our time, our talents, our resources. It's about a mindset of generosity, of acknowledging that everything we have is a gift. It's about trusting that when we honor God first, He will provide for the rest. It's not a transaction, it's a transformation. It changes our perspective from "what can I get" to "what can I give?" It's a timeless lesson about trust, gratitude, and the heart of worship. It's a picture of a relationship built on trust and gratitude. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and share.